What's up, guys? Welcome into the stream. This is the Great Nimbus Debates podcast, where we debate the vague and the not so vague things of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Y'all never give me enough time to get to the side of the bowl, man.
I mean, all
Y'all
you
always
gotta do
just
is
start
mute your
bitching
mic.
automatically.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. So we're gonna get into our intros. Brock looks like he's about to start busting up laughing. Let's see. You guys know the deal. State your links. Any announcements, and intro question is if Goku or Vegeta were on the opposite side of the universe, basically out of the picture, which Z fighter would be the choice to turn evil? So I'm Squall Rush, gamer, podcaster, and anime enjoyer. What the hell happened to my music? I got some new deck videos coming out that I'm gonna post in the next couple of days. I'm gonna edit them at work today, and they should be ready to go for the next couple of days. One of those decks is a Tauros deck, so it's gonna be pretty damn good. And besides that, no real new things, really new announcements. Tomorrow is Brawlhalla Monday, so be on the lookout for that for my stream. And which character, if Goku and Vegeta are on the opposite side of the universe, basically out of the picture, which Z fighter would turn evil for me? I'm gonna pick my boy Yamcha. He needs to power up desperately.
Wow, he's gonna die.
You know, they always get way overpowered when they become bad guys. I mean, he won't be up to par with like Gohan or Piccolo, but at least show him some love of some sort. I'd like to see some of that. From my point of view, it looks like
Wait, who?
Yamcha.
Oh my god, this fucking dude and his Yamcha obsession.
You gotta show my boy
like,
Yamcha some love,
you don't even watch baseball. Like, why are you such a Yamcha fan?
That's filler.
That's canon. He's canonically a professional baseball player.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Just stop cheating on Goku with Yamcha, please.
What's up, Sherwin?
Like,
Welcome in.
The excuse that you thought it was him can work on Goku's dumbass, but you're not fooling us.
What?
Using a different chat bot there?
Nah, it's just I didn't have it set up correct, so it didn't. His
Gotcha.
That didn't come in.
What up, BT?
DT, what's up? We're just doing intros right now. I'll announce the topic in a sec. From my point of view, it looks like Seven Ninja, to Cold Sauce, Nova, welcome in, then Nova, and then Brockstrap for the intro.
All right. I
My bad.
am the 7 into 17 Game Jolt, MeWe, and Rumble. Should lead you right back to my Rumble channel. No new announcements at the moment. I don't think I have anything. Just come by the stream, hang out, talk to me, see what we're doing. And yeah. So if Goku and Vegeta are out of the picture, who would I choose? I am gonna go with Krillin. I'll tell you why. Listen, let's be real here. Krillin is that one guy in the whole group. Everyone's like, You know he's got some power behind him, but at the end of the day, he's always so cowardly. But that's why he's unassuming. That's why you wouldn't think he's up to something. And when he's doing something in the background, it's over.
Wait, who's your guy?
Krillin.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Krillin is
So
a bad
you
guy.
want Krillin to become a ninja? You want Krillin to be a ninja?
Krillin. No, here's the thing.
You said
Krillin,
in the background, you don't hear him coming.
you're not going to see it. You're not going to
You're not gonna see it coming.
because of the simple fact he doesn't have to outright be a spy or something, but he's
You
unassuming.
never saw it coming. You didn't expect it. He was the best ninja there ever. What was his name? Krillin. Krillin.
Why,
I used
why
to
do you
love
sound
the guy.
like Trump?
He's trying to be
Exactly. That's the point.
He's the best one.
God.
No one will see it coming. All right.
Like a ninja.
Before whoever forgot the rotation, I ain't gonna lie.
Squall, what's up, bro? Why you? What's so
Cold sauce.
funny?
I was reading what Sherwin's saying in the chat.
You wanted to rum them bolts, oh baby.
Somebody fill me in. I'm on my Xbox homepage.
He's responding to Seven Ninja, saying Krillin's gonna be the bad guy. He says unless it's 18, then he pervs out. You wanted to run them bolts, oh baby.
Oh,
What the fuck?
jeez.
Yeah, I mean, if 18 stays on his side and they an AI takeover,
Uh-oh.
Hmm.
Boo boo pop.
So
Anyway, I'm Secret Cold Sauce. Y'all can find me here at the Great Nimbus Debates podcast. You can find me in your hot cousin's bedroom. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah, not your wife. Not your wife. Oh, but you probably won't find me in there as often as you used to,
Oh my god.
because I don't have a lot of gas money. So unless she hits my cash app, but you know, who knows? Anyways, who do I want to go evil? I got two options, but one of them is like they're like a package deal. So do I have to go with the other one?
You can do a package deal.
All right, go 10 and Trunks.
Lieutenant Trunks, huh? Why
Go
them
10 and
as
Trunks
bad guys?
together? Because for one, because their fusion can put them above what we normally see from Gohan and Piccolo, which would really push all of the Z fighters, in this fight. That's my other choice was just Gohan, just the strongest fucking one. Make everyone level up to get to him. But I kind of like the idea of Goten and Trunks being like in the spotlight,
Okay.
I want to go
yeah.
get yourself checked, cold sauce.
Checked for what?
FC, apparently.
Hep C?
Yeah, that's what Sherwin said. His girl cousins have Hep C. You might want to get checked
Oh.
out.
Well, yeah, I know they got Hep C. I gave it to them. What the fuck?
Oh, okay.
How you think they know they got it? I told them right when we were done. As soon as they swallowed. By the way, you just swallowed
Yeah.
Hep C.
Okay.
And now is the time to go to Rumble Premium exclusive. See you there.
That's why Ninja. That's why Ninja had to go. He in the chat. Ninja's like BRB. He went throw up because of he was reading the chat.
I missed completely all of this. I was wondering what the question was.
Oh, I made somebody swallow some Hep C
So
fused.
So what I'm
Calm.
hearing is Squall. What I'm hearing is what's the topic? Okay.
It's still
Yeah.
intros.
Okay. Alright.
Secret host also doing
It's,
his.
it's Nova's
Hey,
turn. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Nova's turn.
Oh no, wait. I got a couple of announcements.
Dog gotta use the
I-
restroom. I'll be back.
All right. I got my Streamlabs account made. I'm gonna figure out how to fucking. What am I gonna figure out how to do, Squall? I'm gonna figure out how to stream to Rumble from my Xbox. And I'm gonna start playing rematch a lot more because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna go pro in this game. And then also, another announcement, bruh. If y'all ain't been watching Seven Ninjas gaming streams, dude, y'all are sleeping. So I was in that bitch earlier today. I thought for sure I was about to go to sleep. Turned out I watched this motherfucker play Helldivers 2 for like 2.5 hours. That shit was fucking lit, dog. He was letting us choose his loadouts. I tried to fuck him over. I told him he's only allowed to use a hatchet. He's playing Helldivers 2. He's running around with a hatchet. He fucking won. Y'all need to go check this dude out, bro. Next.
All right. I'm Nova Kings. You can sorta find me on the Great Nimbus debates whenever I can get a chance, or you can check me out at my TikTok at ShadowNix Cosplay. Still trying to get that sorted out. Don't really have too much big announcements other than personal stuff's about to happen, and probably gonna be busy packing up my house. Yeah. Finances are not great to where I cannot afford my house anymore. So I have to find somewhere smaller. I blame Grandma because she left me in so much debt that I can't keep the house. So that's kind of the problem. And what was the question that everybody was going on about?
Who's gonna be evil if Goku and Vegeta ain't there?
Oh.
Which Z fighter would you pick to be evil, turn evil?
You don't worry about that debt. You just tell me what companies are asking you to pay me a week.
Well, I know 2 of them. I know I don't have to pay it out because none of that shit was in my name and has nothing to do with me. One of them is definitely in my name that I have to pay it off. That's just student loans. That's the cheapest thing, actually.
Well, wait.
I don't
Let's
really
stick to the topic.
Yes, please do not make me go into full detail about that. It is too long of a story.
Go. Just say the character that you want to turn evil.
Honestly, Yamcha, because he has every fucking reason to.
This fucking girl here.
He has every reason to go evil. And yes, we all shit on Yamcha for this. We always...
Squall, which cheek is she kissing right now? I want to know.
Me and Nova are the same
That was my
person.
opinion.
She's kissing Squall's ass.
Me and Nova are the same person.
Nova, you got a brown spot on your nose, sweetheart.
Shut up. I am not
We are
kissing
one.
Squall's ass. That is my
Squall,
opinion.
I can't
That is how I've always
believe
seen it
you
with
let
Yamcha.
that girl eat your ass. Oh my goodness.
We are one.
Dude, fuck it. Oh my god, Nova ate Squall's ass so good he started singing the song from Lion King.
Which one?
Lion
I don't
King
know
2,
which Lion
We
King
Are
you're
One.
talking about.
That's a Lion King song?
It is
Is
a
it?
Lion King song.
I think it's from Lion King
Oh, wow.
2. We
It is.
Are
It's from Simba's
One.
Pride.
Yeah.
Simba sings it to his daughter Kiara.
Yeah,
That's
Simba's
the
Pride. I'm
shit.
glad they came out. I'm glad they came out with that show because we got to see how a kingdom looks when it's run by a soft king like Simba, and it looked like fucking trash. And they almost got taken over by a bunch of fucking crackheads that lived in caves next door. So, yeah, maybe some good old fucking masculinity is all right at the top, huh?
Yes, it's alright.
Maybe Mufasa was on to something.
Alright, but that was it
Anyway.
with me.
Who's gonna be? Oh man, he said Yamcha. Yeah, he's gonna be so evil. He's gonna rob fucking grocery stores or some shit. That fucking dude ain't doing nothing to nobody. he's gonna play bad on purpose for the other team.
No, I'm not.
Alrighty, Brocky Brock.
And now, headed to the plate, Yamcha. Man notorious
Ninja.
for scoring for the other team. Sorry,
Did you say ninja?
I'm done. Thought he
He
said
choked on
Brock.
my drink.
No, he said Brock. Go ahead, Brock.
Or did Ninja go already?
Yeah, he was
Ninja's
right after
gone.
me. Oh, he's back. He's back.
Oh,
He's busy doing-
yeah.
He was right after me.
It's all good. Brock Shot 55 on YouTube, Rumble, mostly Rumble, sometimes Twitch Kick. But yeah, if you're not watching Rumble, then you're missing out on a lot because that's where I mostly am. I have a gaming channel. I do a little bit of reaction here and there. Not so much reaction lately, but yeah. And then I'll chill with Squall on Wednesdays now, if I don't forget Wednesdays. And just trying to do it all, man, you know? So, anyway. Anybody turning bad? I want to see the return of Demon King Piccolo, man. That'd be pretty cool.
Ooh.
I feel like he could reclaim that throne.
You're such a Dragon Ball fan.
You want Kick Piccolo to become a bad guy again?
Yeah, we could see it.
Okay.
Would it
if he
be-
was
would it
once
be-
before, he
You said
could be
King
again.
Piccolo. So
Yeah,
would it be like
Demon King?
yeah, Demon King Piccolo? So would our Piccolo still be with us?
I could. It would be cool if there was a way for, because he was two halves before, and then he became one now. So it'd be cool to see if that one half just completely took over. Maybe similar to how it happened the first
From the
time, and he had to cast off the. Yeah, it'd be cool if that one being. Well, no, did he say he couldn't cast off the evil half again?
He probably could, but he was basically
I can't
the
remember
evil
exactly.
side before
Because
merging, and he was still a
Kami
good guy.
was the good side. Yeah, he became the right. He was. Yep. But yeah, I don't know. It'd just be neat to kind of see that dynamic come out again.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. See,
So who's gonna
Goku
be?
turn into, or Piccolo turn into a bad guy again.
Who's gonna beat him?
First of all,
It'd
how
have
is
to be
he gonna
Gohan.
turn evil again? It wouldn't have to be
The
Gohan.
one-
Goten and Trunks could do it.
One of the other two tertiary eyes from Dragon Ball Daima.
All
It
right.
becomes, I
So-
don't know.
So you're going with that route? I got you.
Potentially. I don't know.
Well, he's got
why
Orange
was nobody
Piccolo
else
now.
asked if- how has nobody else asked if what the thought process of theirs? I don't know. How is Yamcha gonna go evil?
Because
he's
I
got-
like this idea.
If he's got
Well
Orange
enough, too.
Piccolo, no one can really beat him other than Beast Gohan. So it'd have to be Gohan.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, and it would be whatever power boost he. I don't know. I would argue. Well, no. I mean, the only reason he really didn't take over the Earth was because he knew he needed help with the other two Saiyans. So, if he's quote unquote one of the strongest beings again, I don't know. What was one of the reasons
that
he
was-
turned good in the
well,
first place outside of Gohan?
Necessity. He knew his death was imminent.
Exactly. So if his death
But
is
like-
imminent and he regains some form of, I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, and that's kind of like I was thinking when you had brought it up, like it would be him turning back evil instead of like something magic like that demon realm thing. But like I was trying to think of things that could happen that would set Piccolo off, that would change him and make him decide to go back to evil instead of the shit we've been seeing from him for the last 30 years. So I figure it'd
Well, he's
probably
hardly
have to be
relevant.
something with Pan.
Maybe.
Alrighty. That is the intros. Make sure y'all hit them with some follows and stuff. And we'll move on to the first topic.
It's a crime if it doesn't become canon now that I'm about to say it live on the internet.
Let me read some of the chats real quick before moving on to the topic. Let's see. DT Dub says, "Where's the boo emotes?" Added one. What up, guys? DT Dub wants some boo, oob, and baby emotes. Carol was like, "My girl cousins have Hep C. You may want to get checked. Too many drugs. My advice: run." You won't lose me there. I pay. And then Sherilyn's probably saying Dende and Popo gone rogue. That's his pick. Area 51, what's up, broski? We had Goku Black. Why not a different Demon King? It's a good idea, not gonna lie. Sherilyn also says jealous over Vegeta banging Bulma. Then Area 51 says he comes from a different universe, fused with all the Namekians and several other universes. It's a good idea. Yes, this is Gundam Wing Music, Area 51. What's up, Fodub? Fodub with some Vegeta emotes. Alrighty. So, this one's one I've written down.
If a Namekian fused with all the Namekians of all, nobody would beat him. Motherfucking Grand Zeno couldn't take that guy. All the Namekians, all the universes? Come on, man. You saw what 3 Namekians did to Piccolo.
What if Zalma was all of the Namekians fused together, and they all were too strong and had to be unfused somehow?
What if there's like a defusing
It's not a fucking
magic?
stretch. It's not a
Anyways.
stretch for damn sure. Not in Dragon Ball.
He could have been all of the Namekians from Universe 6 and 7 fused together. Ooh.
Hang on. Why didn't Boo come with us to the Demon
Sorry.
Realm?
I'm way off.
Alright, so this one's my topic, guys.
My bad.
Yeah. I know, I'm just...
My topic is, should have Gohan stayed the main character after the Cell Saga? Why or why not? Brock, you went last time, so we can start with you.
Well, we could look at the reason why he wasn't, and I'm pretty sure that was just because he was unpopular compared to Goku. If I'm making a show or a manga, right, and the sales, I mean, the point of doing anything, typically, some of it's love of the game, but the other thing is to profit, right? So if my sales are down comparatively to the Cell Saga, and then the one time I bring Goku back for a day, like all of the sales go back up, that point to me would just be like, all right, sales are down. The only one thing that changed was Goku coming back. It makes sense to keep Goku around because the whole Gohan thing just ain't selling. So my answer, I guess, would be no, just on that fact.
Yeah, hold up. Let me throw a little curveball there. Let's say, like, so that was back then when it was first aired with like the current audience. Like, do you think if it was like into the future, how so many people loved Team Gohan after he defeated Cell, and they made so many Gohan fans after that? Here in like America, do you think it would have been a better outcome to keep Gohan as the main character into like more in like current times than back then?
Well, the question, I guess, on that was basically Toriyama was done, right? So when he came back, I don't know, it was for a whole new saga. And the question for me, I guess, then would be like, all right, well, why even do the 7-year time skip? We could have just kept going with Teen Gohan. Because the only other thing they did with that Teen Gohan would have been the BoJack movie, which wasn't even produced, I think, by the main group, right? So, like...
Well, it doesn't matter because it's canon now, according to Toyotaro himself.
Well, sure, fine, but like, just if the height of Dragon Ball, popularity of Gohan was so high at that point, why not keep that specific Gohan around and figure out what more he could do? So I guess if we're gonna keep Gohan the main character, like, it should have been more off of that specific Gohan than waiting for the 7-year time skip. And I don't know. Again, we're trying to make a profit here. If we're going based off our fans and what in particular they want, I don't know why we wouldn't give more of what they're receptive to instead of... And I get it. If you're an artist, you don't want to keep doing like the same exact thing. So I don't know. If the number, you got to be doing what the numbers dictate some of the time.
What about, like, other than the behind the scenes stuff, just the show itself? Like, how do you think it would play out?
I personally didn't myself hate the kind of more grown up Gohan. It seemed like it was kind of the time skip to me seemed like it would have put Gohan at the kind of like age and the body build similar to that of Goku when he lost against Cell. So if we're coming back looking for a kind of buff, energy beam shooting, black-haired Saiyan, like, Gohan at that point could have fit the bill. But he was just so soft-mannered, and like nobody else at that time really seemed to, like... It's weird because it was more of a slice of life that we came back into with Teen Gohan, which might have left a kind of sour taste in people's mouth. You know what I mean? Like, if we're wanting something to the caliber of like Cell, of course we would have to, like, you got to jump into the next arc or the next part of the series kind of like building again. So I can kind of see why they went the direction they did, but at the same time, did it have to be all high school and kind of, you know what I mean? That's where I'm kind of thinking, like, all right, we're looking for a replacement of Goku, which could be Gohan, but Goku didn't go through all the stuff that we're putting Gohan through now. We're looking for... We're basically looking for Gohan versus Cell the second, right? It doesn't have to be Cell again, but I don't know how they got into Boo. The Boo series was just kind of all weird in general, so I guess I don't know necessarily how they would fit Gohan into that new part when everything happening in the series was like kind of separate from the rest.
Alrighty. Nova, what do you think?
You may have to like circle back to me because I'm still like trying to wrap my head around it.
All right. Well,
Should have Gohan stay the main
Ninja.
character after the Cell saga.
I don't really know. Like, it could go either way. Like, if he still continued to be the main character, I kind of wanted to see how much, like, if he would kind of go the same route as his dad, like, keep training, keep getting more powerful, just try to push his limits just to see where it goes. But at the same time, I think he did peak at Cell Saga. I think that was it. That's where he had his moment
that's
of
part
glory.
of the question, is if that wasn't the peak, if it just stayed Gohan.
I'm not really sure. Fuck. I honestly really don't know.
We can circle back.
Yeah, please circle back to me.
Alrighty. Hunter, what do you think?
I feel like a time skip to high school is still a good idea. It doesn't have to be to full-blown adult, but at least to where we were when we saw him. I do like the Gohan and Videl storyline. That was cute. That was one of the better love stories in anime. Especially in shonen anime. But the fuck was that? Oh yeah. Okay, so I guess, you know, if you want Boo to still be the next, you know, whatever, that's fine with me. Or if you want to take BoJack from the movie and make him the next big bad guy, I would rather that. But I would definitely make him stronger and shit. But also, whoever it is, it has to be someone for Gohan to stay at the main character. This has to happen in the very next arc. Is Vegeta, the bad guy has to be so bad that Vegeta winds up killing himself like he did with Majin Buu for all the reason he just has his, just like it happened, and he stays dead like Goku stays dead.
Unaliving.
He stays deleted.
There you go.
Well, just like Goku stays deleted, separate from the story. And then, so with Gohan as a main character in the show, I mean, I don't really see. I don't like the idea. I hate Gohan. We all know this. I don't see him as being like someone people want to continuously watch. In fact, I don't even see him as someone that really has a lot of respect in his group. Like, honest to God, he's the third strongest, but the way people talk to each other in that circle, I mean, there's like, people be brushing that dude off. So him being the main character, I don't like it, bro. He can't, look, Squall, you about to grin. He can't do it like Goku, bro. I mean, some people are goats for a reason. And Gohan is not a goat like Goku is.
Did it hurt to say that? Is it burning you alive inside?
I was literally like gripping my thigh while saying.
Brittany, you want to go now, or?
Brittany, let me ask you: would you rather see the show continue like from right after the Cell fight, or would you want a time skip?
Honestly, I'd rather the time skip. I'd rather do a time skip. That way we could kind of see how everybody's lives pretty much changed after all of that in a more positive way. If that makes any sense.
It does.
Okay.
So you want Dragon Ball Z to turn into a slice of life anime?
Pretty much.
Like, you want, what you saying is you want Gohan to be the main character, and you want Gohan to also, just like in the show, stop training, like trade fighting for studying, to become a scholar instead of, to become an academic instead of a warrior.
Yes.
Well, that Nova sounds fucking ridiculous. I mean, look, you're entitled to your opinion, but that opinion, that one, I'm wagging my finger like. Anyway,
watch it.
Okay, I guess it's on me now. All right, so how I feel about it is, if we were to continue with Gohan as the main character, I actually would not do time skip. I think what we have here is a moment of bad execution where we see we've lost the greatest version of Gohan and we've lost Goku. What we would have needed to see is a transition from the Battle of Cell to regular life to what are the Z fighters doing with each other, because Vegeta is having this moment of I don't want to be a warrior anymore, but it could be Gohan's potential that causes him to want to get back into the action. I see Piccolo not necessarily being the main character, but being the main co-character in this sense, as they are like a dynamic duo. I could see Piccolo being the reason that Gohan is brought into something else easily. This would also Piccolo's one of the more, I feel like Piccolo could probably convince Chi-Chi, hey, situation comes up, we need him here, blase. He's more with the family. We certainly see this in Super as well. He's more with the family than a lot of the other members anyway. So he's more than likely going to be able to tell Chi-Chi, hey, listen, this is serious, something's going on, I need your son. Or hey, I need to keep the planet safe, you know what happened before, it might happen again, I need your son to stay with me. We would have seen a arguably better Gohan, a Gohan Cold Sauce would have loved, 100% I believe this, if we would have seen a Gohan that, number one, kept training, but was actually the main character, because he's the main character, he's able to, or able to see him progress into the man, sort of become the man we saw inside of Dragon Ball Z Bull Saga, but we could have seen a greater, more practiced, more refined Gohan, I feel like. I don't think he would have went down as far as he did. I think he'd actually be far better along, and I think that we could have kept up. I think Brock himself said he said you need to have some kind of a build. You don't have to necessarily have a villain to build it, but to see, we want to still see Gohan's potential. When it comes down to it, when you're watching Dragon Ball, you want to see what Goku and Vegeta's next form is. We always have moments where the villain's dead and we have a bunch of training montages or just moments of Goku and Vegeta learning something. So in this time, we can literally see Gohan going farther beyond Super Saiyan 2, maybe into 3, or maybe into a greater version of Super Saiyan 2, and maybe potentially we could see early versions of Beast. This scenario, because at the end of the day, we're watching Gohan train. I mean, think about how many episodes we saw where it's literally just Goku and Vegeta training with Whis, like just constantly. So take that.
Well, and look, but at the same time, we've been asking to see actual training instead of characters just learning off for decades. 100%. You know. 100%.
So that transition.
You made me change my answer, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think I can save the show with a teen Gohan protagonist.
Go ahead and speak. What you gotta say?
Oh, I wasn't sure if you were done or not.
I'll jump in later. Go ahead.
No, finish your thing. I won't forget it. I've been cooking on this.
All right. Like a couple minutes at best. Anyway,
I don't know. My perception of time right now is a little distorted, if you know what I mean.
All right, write it down. I see that transition. We could lead into the Videl arc, him being a hero, because his inner child starts talking more once we see Super Saiyan Man. We start really seeing who Gohan really is around that time. I think we might have even seen early signs of that, because he is a hero. We see that in him. We see that he's a protector. He is a hero. He wants to be a hero. When something's happening to someone, a bad guy's attacking something, he feels an extra desire to go for it. So that very Gohan could easily show up, maybe not as silly or as Power Ranger-y as we see in Super Saiyan Man, but we might see a closer version to future Gohan. Maybe not as traumatized, but we might have a greater chance of seeing future Gohan in this particular story, because we already know about future Gohan, and we have an idea of what he could become when it comes to mindset. take that to this logical extreme, I think that the version I'm thinking of ends up being a main character. Goku could come back and it will double in size, sure, but we're riding off of the Cell arc into the Buu arc. We want to ride off that. We don't want to be just jumping to it. But Cold Toss.
All right. So the way I see it, if we're gonna continue the show with Teen Gohan as the main protagonist, I would like episode 1 right back. Immediately cut the timeline back, almost like a flashback, but not like someone's memories, just a setting, a story flashback, right? And it would be right after the Cell fight. Goku just teleported away. He died for the second time. We can't bring him back. Everyone is automatically under the agreement that the role of like leader of the group just went to Gohan. Even Gohan understands that everyone just feels this way. But Gohan also seeks guidance himself, right? So what we have here is Gohan and Piccolo becoming the leaders of the group. Gohan is the leader, and Gohan spends at least 75% of his time with Piccolo. You know what I'm saying? Like training, meditating, blah, blah, blah. And that first arc, getting you back into this season, this new season of Dragon Ball Z, where Teen Gohan is the main protagonist, that first arc is gonna be while training with Piccolo, while understanding that he's the leader and still seeking guidance. He really focuses on that seeking guidance principle and the fact that he's taken up the role that his dad had as the leader of all of these people. And so what that first arc would be is Gohan getting training, seeking training from each Z Warrior. Like first Krillin, Goku's best friend, right? And then Tien, like best rival outside of Piccolo, you know, before Vegeta came along, right? Or actually, you know, Vegeta or some shit, right? Well, no, we're gonna finish the arc with Vegeta because that's the big, you know, he would still have trouble beating Vegeta, even if Vegeta's not Super Saiyan 2, like because of the mindset type thing. Well, so yeah, get some training from Tien, get some training from Roshi, get some training from Roshi and Krillin at the same time, Turtle Hermit style, you know? Like
even
have that whole, yeah, exactly. You know, all of them each get their own little 3 episodes, just one-on-one with Yamcha, to just build each character, you know, right there at the beginning, and we just rush forward with the story like a tidal wave, and they just hit us with a shit ton of action, you know, like an army of metal coolers shows up, but we're ready, you know, like something huge, right? Like kicking it off with a bang. That's what I would do. How y'all like that idea?
To your idea, with hanging out with the other Z fighters, we're seeing a Gohan who's actually able to explore the world. Not only do I think Piccolo would have him at least see the environments, we're seeing someone like Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin, and we're seeing Yamcha, Tien, and Krillin. I could see them like, you know, you're kind of at home too much. Like, you don't know a lot. We need to get you out there to some degree. And so that would allow him to understand, like, what is he protecting? Because a lot of it, it's just I'm protecting my friends, but seeing the world he's protecting might cause him to be even more of a guardian than he already was.
I'm glad you brought that up, because you reminded me of another part of this thing, because I'm trying to tie together all of the things that make Gohan's character, right? So for one, you brought up like it's gonna be a lot of traveling and shit, and so Gohan can stay an academic. He can keep that passion for learning, you know, while traveling. And there will very easily be moments for you to tie in the importance of growing your mind if you're gonna grow as a fighter. You know, any great martial artist will tell you that. I mean, it's just as much a weapon as the rest of your body. So that gets tied in, comes full circle, right? And then also Gohan, I don't even remember if this is canon or not because I don't watch so much 4-star, but having a friendship with Dende, and then his friendship with Piccolo, right? And then his memories of being on Namek. Gohan achieving Super Saiyan 2, having this level so far beyond what all of the other Z fighters had, where Goku's thing was to protect Earth and his friends, right? Well, Gohan's power being so much greater, I think Gohan, after, you know, the end of that first arc, decides he wants to, like, he has his flashbacks of Namek, and decides, I don't want to just protect Earth. I want to try to become a protector of everything. And that's how Gohan starts to venture out throughout the universe, and that's what makes Beerus seek Gohan out later down the line.
He might even become a galactic patroller.
That's a good idea too. I could see Gohan doing that for sure.
And with his with Jocko is already power rangerified, but he's eventually going to travel into Super Saiyaman. Even if it's not in the furthest degree, he's going to become that in some degree. So we're going to see a galactic patroller Super Saiyaman. But even in this case, he's not worried about someone.
Well, he might not even do the Super Saiyaman thing
not on Earth
if he
anymore.
does, right? If he does the galactic patrolman. But like, okay, let me ask you this: who's he bringing? Like, if he's bringing, is he bringing anyone like to also join the Galactic Patrol with him? And if so, who?
The only one he would trust at that level would be Piccolo.
I don't really. I would think he would trust Piccolo with Earth. He would leave Piccolo home.
No, what I'm saying is we're talking about a Gohan going from young to old. Like, a lot of them have a life that they don't really want to leave. But Piccolo's the only one he's roughly free enough to be able to leave.
Well, that's not true. Squall's boy that he brought up earlier, Yamcha, is a perfect candidate. He's around that level already that Jocko's on, that power level. He lives alone. You know, he's just, you know, a drifter.
I see the idea on the idea of him. I feel like it would be a desire to be popular. He's kind of already popular as a baseball guy, but I feel like his ego would dig into that.
Well, and maybe not just that, but maybe also, you know, Yamcha could have one of those moments of like finding a feeling of purpose in life. Whereas, like, you do see Yamcha just kind of go with the flow throughout life. Like, he uses his talents for his quick and easy advantages. And then, you know, he becomes a Z fighter because everyone in his social circle happens to be a Z fighter. But then everyone keeps on getting stronger, and he's like, "No, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm just chilling." But then he finds out, like, there's a whole world out there where these people are nowhere near the power levels of my friends. I can actually help these people. You know what I'm saying?
There is one large problem that I see, and that is we are getting too... Like, going to Namek wasn't a problem. But I feel like the Dragon Ball community is always going to want us to return back to Earth. And so...
Yeah,
I don't know if he could be out there that long.
Well,
it's kind of one of those situations where we'd have to... I feel like we would have to see Gohan go out there for a while, and every once in a while we bounce back to Piccolo. So this goes back to what I said before, where you have...
what if we do it like
Piccolo
this?
And Gohan that way.
What if we do it like this? Gohan makes his Great Saiyan Man thing, right, while he's on Earth, and while he's deciding he wants to try to be protector of more than Earth. and start venturing out. So what he does is he makes his own little organization, and they just start privately, you know, of their own accord, venturing out, and they all have their little uniforms that he got Bulma to make for him, right? And they have their name and shit. Well, this organization, this vigilante organization in this governed part of the galaxy, right? Like, who are these guys? That's how they run into the Galactic Patrol. And so, you know, and then it's like Jocko knows Bulma personally, and you know what I'm saying? So it just kind of becomes, they just become like a branch of the Galactic Patrol with a headquarters at Earth that is directly tied to Capsule Corp.
And we're forgetting something. Chi-Chi would like this. Now, she doesn't want him being a delinquent, but yeah, she would, because it would be a respectable job in the sense of the fact that
like a police officer, right?
He would care about that a lot
instead of being a vigilante. Because when he's a vigilante, her whole be, you're just going out there looking for trouble and blah blah blah. But if he's a police officer, he's doing the exact same thing, but with a badge. And you know what I'm saying?
It's his job,
right? But because somebody's paying,
she would love that. She would love that, and that's how we tie in the idea of him. Yeah. That's how we tie in the idea of him. Because I'm sure there's some fans like Chi-Chi would allow something like that. In this particular case, she would.
Yep.
So, yeah. This allows him to be the guardian type. This allows him to.
Yeah, we just completely tied together the Dragon Ball storyline.
All right, I kind of wanted to give my input. So on whether or not Gohan should have stayed the main character, I'm actually gonna go with yes, he should have. And my reasoning behind that is one of the main things that people complain about in Dragon Ball is that it's always Goku and Vegeta that get all the spotlight. Like, everyone, including myself, wants more people to get the spotlight. And I think just the way Toriyama handled it, making Gohan the main character, is kind of a letdown. It was like a really bad change of pace. Like, you go from really awesome fighting in the Cell Saga to now just boring everyday life. When is it gonna get real again? He could have executed it a little better. But I think it was he was pandering to the wrong audience, because back in the 80s or 90s, early 90s, whenever the Buu Saga came out, they thought it was boring. And I actually don't blame him. As an adult, going from the Cell Saga to the Buu Saga was actually kind of boring as well, me rewatching it. But me as a kid, it was a long pause between the Cell Saga and the Buu Saga. So when the Buu Saga first came out, I didn't even know it came out. I was just watching TV one day and I was like, what the hell is this? There's people flying? Why does this look like Dragon Ball? Who's this? And then at the end of the episode, it was all right, next episode. I was like, oh, this is Dragon Ball, because I didn't know they transitioned 7 years later. I saw Videl, Gohan as an adult. I didn't know it was Gohan at the time, but I actually thoroughly enjoyed it, him being the main character and stuff. So yeah, kid me loved the idea of Gohan being the main character. Adult me saw why it didn't land as much as it did, but it's just kind of a wrong place, wrong time type of thing, I bet if it was now, when a lot of us are sick of seeing Goku and Vegeta in the spotlight all the time, I think it would have landed a lot better, with Gohan popping off being the main character. Other than that, just the execution could have been better too. I do like your guys' idea of it should have continued with Teen Gohan. I definitely think there should have been a transition from Teen Gohan to Adult Gohan, of him learning not to take a main villain so lightly next time. There should be some character development there. you know.
Crap,
And then
you just reminded
go
me
on.
of like an important part of the thing.
What's up?
I said you just reminded me of an part of.
Yeah,
Dang.
because that was his main thing of like why like shit hit the fan like when he went Super Saiyan 2. He could have just ended it, but he
Right.
wanted to toy with his food and shit. So
Yeah, that was
in the next
like, a
part,
big
it should be him getting over that.
Like I think a big part of Gohan's growth as a character after Cell should have been the realization that just pure evil does exist.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Cell will, like there are entities that will just keep going in the direction of evil and will not turn around under any circumstances. You know, and having that is definitely gonna help with Gohan becoming that, like, you know, lead. Like sometimes you gotta fight, you know, like
Right. Well, he even had the same kind of problem. That's what Piccolo was trying to beat into him on Dragon Ball Super Hero, like the movie.
yeah,
It
yeah.
was still happening.
I think we
even as
don't. I think if it stays as the main protagonist, that's what you were saying, Squall. Like Gohan learns that lesson, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes,
My
100%.
bad.
Right.
Yeah,
I might have touched on that while I was up and moving around. Sorry.
I'm good. What, Ninja?
What he say?
Oh.
Dude.
Nova. Did our inputs change your mind in any way?
Not really. It kind of. I'm still kind of sticking with mine. Like I kind of prefer them going do their own thing after a time skip, and Gohan just not being a warrior. I've been content with him just having a semi-normal life.
Okay.
It's
wants
just
the
he's
planet
finally
blown up.
at peace with himself with that, and not trying to live up to his father's expectations of being another warrior. He just wants to be a father. He wants to be this academic guy. He just wants to have a normal life.
Okay. Hey,
And I respect him for that.
I think Goku after Cell Saga like learned that like not to view Gohan like himself and like expect him to be a fighting loving maniac. So like what I kind of would like to see is Gohan kind of turns into his own fighter his way, not so much like Goku, if that makes sense. Like everyone loved everyone loved Teen Gohan, like the way he was just so sick with it fighting Cell. I think people would like to see an adult version of that Gohan.
We got to think of the time.
Oh, we would see so much more strategy in Dragon Ball if Gohan was the main character.
We got to think of the times too. A lot of us were seeing that. Or a lot of us see this arc a whole different way, because some of us were waiting week to week to watch it, and some of us were growing up with Dragon Ball, right, with Gohan. So, it was kind of interesting to see that, and we were also interested to see what Gohan would do next. So I think that's where Toriyama at the time was thinking, because again, it all goes into profit, and who's your biggest audience right now? Who's your biggest consumer? Well, if it's a bunch of, young teenage boys at the time, and we grew up watching Goku fight after fight after fight, and now all of a sudden there's hardly fighting, and we basically see Gohan live that semi-normal life. So I'm not saying that Nova's wrong necessarily, but I'm thinking like, okay, cool. Anyway, where was I going? But we were watching this, and now there's different audiences that view Dragon Ball for different, like what they want, and a bunch of guys growing up on this, watching all the fights and wanting more fights. That's just an odd choice, or for Toriyama to make at that time, I think. So we can look back on it retrospectively, and like it was kind of neat that it was a little bit of a change from the normal formula that we see over and over and over, because nobody wants to be just fed the same thing all of the time. But again, if we're growing up on this, and you know, the audience wants it, that's why my answer was no. I don't think he should have stayed, because again, the numbers came back when Goku was back. So I see what you're saying, and yeah, it's definitely nice for a change. But I kind of, somebody earlier mentioned wrong place, wrong time, and it really was.
Yeah, I mean, definitely agree with you there. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'd be wrong place, wrong time. I mean, he was definitely given like all the rights, because like he was being pushed to like keep putting out more episodes, more Dragon Ball. I think he finally caved when he said, like, all right, I'll do it, but I got to do it my way. Like, I want to do it how I want to do it, you know? So, like, when he
it was
did
a big
it,
money maker.
Mm-hmm. So, but also when he did it, like, he wanted to go back to like Dragon Ball, you know? He was more of like a comedy guy. He wanted to be more goofy, adventurous, and stuff like that. So that
exactly.
Like, I think that part, I mean, don't get me wrong, love his work and everything he does, but like him deciding to do that, that's probably what turned off a lot of fans of Gohan being the main character, and why he had to go switch back to Goku and Vegeta, basically.
Oh, for certain.
Because like the Dragon Ball superhero movie, that was a good movie, you know, like with Gohan and Piccolo like being the main stars of the movie. Like, I'm pretty sure all of us can agree, like, that was a nice change of pace of not putting Goku and Vegeta in the spotlight.
All the super movies, when it comes to Dragon Ball movies, the super movies have been killing it. So every one of them are bangers.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
That's why I
know my topic, though.
That's why I think Gohan, if executed correctly, should have stayed the main character. And then maybe down the line, go ahead and bring Goku and Vegeta back in the spotlight, you know. Gohan, with under the right circumstances, would have been a really good main character protagonist.
So I'm the odd one out here then, huh?
I think Nova says
no.
no.
Nova's way odder. She wants to turn Dragon Ball Z into a slice of life anime.
Oh my god. Would it really be so...
I like my slice of life animes, and I prefer them to not be Dragon Ball.
Yeah, for real. Don't come to my gym and turn it into a Starbucks.
So, right, yeah, it's a different formula for, like, you don't, you know, if you're making chili, you can always kind of, you know, mess with the ingredients and try to make the chili taste a little different. But you don't want to make the chili, you don't want to turn it into potato soup.
Wow! How the fuck? Oh my god!
Wait, what? I missed that.
I could hear in his voice like him rushing himself, trying to get to the point because to wrap it all up, and the anxiety building, and then my anxiety is building because is he gonna tie this together? And then you got chili, and you know you put this seasoning and you know maybe some black pepper, and then don't turn it into like potatoes.
You don't want potato soup. The soup you want is still the chili, right?
Oh.
So it's like changing the formula a tiny bit, but you don't want to make the thing that's always been the thing a different thing because it's still the same thing.
No, exactly. If If every fucking Christmas we have chili, and then suddenly we go to Brock's Traps for Christmas and he's got fucking potato soup, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'll be right back. Sorry.
Alright, well, I think we can move on to the next subjects. We got a couple topics from the chat. So we're gonna move on to that. But for you guys watching, you guys can decide if you guys would want Gohan to be the main character after the Cell Saga. Stay there. Why or why not? And we'll move on. All right, we are back. So, Fred Dews said, one. This one's not really a topic. He's more making a statement. This other guy from Nemo, Bliss Dream, says, what if King Cold stayed alive after like Future Trunks, basically blew. Like came in and sliced up Frieza and like attacked King Cold and stuff. And then Fred Dews made a statement saying Saiyan Saga sucked. That's my favorite saga right there.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I was about to
Sir.
say, you better watch your mouth,
Sir.
boy.
I'm not sure any statement ever made could be more incorrect than that one right there.
He's saying the storyline was just generic in his opinion.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe he's just remembering it like fucking the wrong way. I don't know, because
That was kind of the start of it all. So
when you all right, I tell you what, whoever said that, you go back and you fucking rewatch Dragon Ball Z in 2020 fucking 5 and tell me that this Saiyan Saga was worse than the fucking Namek Saga. Oh my,
that was
terrible.
bad. What are you talking about?
yeah, oh my goodness. Yeah, the first half of it was incredible, but oh my goodness, what the fuck was that fight? Holy shit, the pacing. Oh, I'm a One Piece fan and I'm over here telling you that pacing was trash.
oh, and in the Namek Saga?
What, the second half of the Namek Saga? Jeez.
Yeah,
Christ,
the
dude,
Frieza
5
fight
minutes
was like
took. Yeah.
Frieza fight was like
5
half the saga, the Namek Saga.
Yeah. This planet will blow up in 5 minutes. Okay.
Oh, that was like a third of the
30
saga.
episodes
That
later.
5-minute fight.
Yeah.
30 episodes later.
Who comes back from the dead trying to get back in time to save everybody else who isn't strong enough to fight off these other warriors just to go beat some more ass after dying? Like, I wouldn't call that
Ooh, King
generic
Cole?
necessarily. Oh, and also the guys that he's fighting are aliens. Like, I don't know that I've ever necessarily heard that specific storyline before Dragon Ball. I mean, I don't know all literature out there,
What?
so like probably, but like I wouldn't call that generic necessarily. Oh,
Well,
my
the
brother who's
parallels
an alien,
between
which means I'm an
Goku
alien
and
too.
Superman.
Oh, this is crazy. Oh, there's more aliens, but I'm gonna die to my brother here real quick. Oh crap, there's more aliens coming. I gotta not be dead anymore. Like,
Oh,
watching.
you're
None of that-
Namek Saga.
yeah, none
Watch
of
it.
that sounds necessarily generic to me, but
Yeah, I don't. No,
Yeah,
fuck no,
freaking
dog.
the Saiyan Saga taught me that the good guys don't always win. Watching all the Z fighters die one by one was absolutely heartbreaking to me as a kid. What was it? Yamcha
Dude,
dies
Yamcha-
first.
Yamcha's
Having
definitely-
Piccolo
These are
and
characters we
Goku
grew
team
up
up
with,
right
too.
out the gate, dog.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
Like-
That fight was amazing.
Especially if you watched Dragon Ball and then you saw that.
Yeah.
If you didn't start
Yeah.
on Z, holy shit, man.
I feel like that was
Yeah,
a
that
different
was
show
true.
for two different kinds
He
of
was
people.
too.
Those who watched Dragon Ball and those who didn't.
This commenter was too young when he saw the Sand Saga. That's what happened.
No, I was pretty young and I loved the Saiyan Saga. It traumatized me into bits. So Goofy Raccoon. Let's see. Area 51 says, to be fair, the Saiyan Saga had the most over-the-top fillers in entire episodes of people blowing up mountains, just powering up. I don't remember the fillers doing that. I do remember the fillers of Gohan going through adventures, meeting robots, dinosaurs, kids his own age, and like trying to like live life, not live life, but learn harsh lessons as well and shit. Yeah, bro, that whole Saiyan Saga was absolutely traumatizing. Like Gohan going through his own adventures was traumatizing. He made a robot friend saves him, dies. Made a dinosaur friend, he gets knocked out, and then when he wakes up, his dinosaur friend's eaten by one of them Tyrannosaurus Rex. That was traumatizing as fuck for me as a kid. I hated that shit.
I know you don't know this, but you just Gohan sounds so much like Anakin Skywalker.
What?
You made Gohan sound so much like Anakin Skywalker just now from Star Wars.
But all of Anakin's
Like-
friends are dying?
First he builds himself a robot friend, and then he finds himself a dinosaur friend. I'm just picturing Anakin in my head with C-3PO and Jar Jar Binks.
They die and they die.
Well, they all die in the
I'm
same
sorry.
episode. It's so sad, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, Fredu says it's just his opinion. For him, the Android Saga was too good. I don't blame you. A lot of people's favorite saga was the Android Saga.
Oh yeah,
Android Cell Saga.
the whole Cell like saga, that was my favorite.
Bro.
Yeah.
It feels the same. It has the same energy. What he just said has the same energy as someone saying like people won't watch JoJo, but like I always say like, hey, you need to start on the second one. But like realistically, if you don't get the first season of JoJo, the rest just doesn't hit the same. It's so necessary to have the Saiyan Saga because it's the start of power levels and the start of just superpowers and stuff. And so after you get that start, you get to the Cell Saga, and bro, like what we already know before skyrockets. We're already in space. We're on the other side of the universe. That's what Cell Saga's like. You need that Saiyan Saga. I don't know if I could say it was
Right.
boring for that.
Well, no, and that's kind of helps the counterpoint to one of the chatters that I wanted to bring up earlier. They were talking about the filler in the sense of being over the top, and then they brought up like they would blow up mountains and shit. No, that wasn't over the top. That's light work for these characters. That's accidents for these characters. That's why it's in the first arc. We're learning that we're accidentally blowing up mountains. That's the powers that we're dealing with in this show. Like, so, no, I would not call that over the top. In fact, I would call that a genius move on Toriyama's part because it very quickly established to the rest of the science fiction community, don't put your boys against us in a versus battle, all right? Superman, stay your ass in America. You know, like, we too strong for y'all.
Okay, Fredu
Wait, how do they
says
still have
someone.
mountains?
Fredu says someone hit it on the nail. He barely remembers the Saiyan Saga. He's very young. Yeah, that makes sense. I remember it vividly because I was
And that's why I
traumatized
think
by
goes
that
the same
saga.
way. No, it took Squall arguing with me about the Sand Saga for me to go back and rewatch Dragon Ball, and then I was fucking 7 years old when I saw this.
Oh shit! I don't get it. I remember watching that when I was 5 years old because it was traumatizing as fuck when I was a kid.
Well, yeah, like it obviously like it was a big deal for you. Like that was a main thing for you. I would barely
Yeah.
watch TV. I was barely inside. Like I was running around with no shoes on outside. Like
Yeah, I did not. I was never expecting the main characters to ever die. I was always expecting, like Power Rangers, they always win the fight, So then,
yeah, for real,
now
that fucked
when
me
they
up.
die, it's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck is going on here?
I was watching it with Dane and Ron, my cousins, and I was like, whoa, what's gonna happen now? Like, we all like, what? Goku's dead. Like, the show is Goku. What's going on? Like,
Yeah, I was legit like, dude, Goku, hurry the fuck up, get there, save your
Get up,
friends,
yeah.
bro.
get a sensu bean. He's got a big hole in his chest.
What do you think, Nova? Does the Saiyan Saga suck?
Not really. To be fair, like, I'm not like picky about Dragon Ball, to be honest. Like, I'm old school. Like, I'll love anything about it, but at the same time, it did start dying out, like, kind of after the whole big tournament. I just stopped because this new one that they got going on, it's pretty bad. It's
Just
new.
Timer?
Yeah, that. It's just
You stinker.
Tournament of Power?
no. Yeah. After the Tournament of Power, it just kind of died out there because this new one that they got going on, I can't look at it without being sick to my stomach of their new effects. I'm old school. I prefer how it used to be. That's just all I have to say to it.
You prefer how it used to be, and then you kind of cut out there, would you say?
Yes.
No, that's what she said. She prefers how it used to be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. So basically, you prefer it to be Saiyan Saga-ish.
Yes.
What was the
They're
turning
also
point?
slice of life.
What was the turning point that turned DBZ away from that vibe that you liked in the Saiyan Saga? Was it the Super Saiyan transformation?
No.
Was it going into space?
Yeah, that. It was actually going into space. Like, okay,
Yep.
I was just so used
That's
to
a big
everything.
thing.
You completely cut it out. I did not even hear you.
Robot noises.
My bad. I said
Keep moving out.
that's a big thing a lot of people overlook. Is like look at how much action we see from the show Invincible, but then well, that's not a good example because he doesn't go. I mean, he does go into space a lot, but like we have a lot of action, a lot of very powerful action going on just on Earth. And then suddenly, oh fuck, the whole universe is part of this show now. You know?
Yep.
Like I totally understand that vibe switch.
He likes the grounded feel. The second it goes to space, it stops feeling
Yeah.
grounded.
So it could be a slice of life.
Mmm.
I would argue Daima
don't
was
have
half
against
slice
you.
of life. So if you like, if you want slice of life Dragon Ball, then like half of Daima was that.
Yeah, for real. Go watch Dharma.
I actually like Diamond
Brock
very
loved
much.
it. Yeah.
I'd even say Daima is somewhat grounded.
I tell you
It
what.
goes back to the old Dragon Ball style too, so it's like way more grounded than Z or even
Yeah.
Super.
And
watch
I'll
Daima,
tell you another
Nova?
thing.
I watched a little bit of it because I want to give new like sagas a chance, or I just automatically cut them out.
No, you
Right up
gotta
until
watch
they
it.
like for some reason they all went to being kids again,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw
So
it. I
episode
saw
1.
its artwork effect and all of its CGI and everything. I got very grossed out. I'm like, no, this is not right.
No,
kinda
it's-
where it
it's
was trying to
Dragon
throw me
Ball.
off.
No, take it from us. It's Dragon Ball. You should finish it. I will
It's
say
closer
this
to
too.
regular Dragon Ball than Dragon Ball Z, so it's a lot
This
more
is-
grounded.
This is
20
coming
episodes.
from.
It's not even that long.
Yeah, you can binge it. Listen though, this is coming from a loud and proud dub supremacy warrior. Okay, watch Daima in subbed. Don't you fucking watch that shit in dubbed. I don't know what they were doing at that studio.
Yeah.
That's why I
Read them
stopped watching it. The
Yeah.
dubbed sucks.
Yeah. Read it, watch it and stuff.
They got
Wait,
Diamond Kid
yes.
Goku's voice as close to the OG Dragon Ball Goku kid's
Yep.
voice as they like. I've seen it recently.
That's the only voice I tolerate.
Kid Goku on
the
freaking
Vegeta
the Dragon
sounded
Ball
like
Z
Kabuto
fighters
was
was
just so-
horrible.
We almost threw up on stream, Nova. When me and
Why?
Squall heard Daima Vegeta's English voice for the first time, we almost threw up.
As a kid, like when he reverted to a kid, they changed his voice.
When he sounded like Kabuto from Naruto.
It was Shikamaru's
Hold
voice.
up. Now
Oh,
you got
yeah.
me wanting to hear it.
Shikamaru,
Hold
yeah.
up. Hold the fuck
Oh
up.
shit. Cause
I
are we
gotta
gonna pull up a
hear
clip?
this. Hang on a minute.
Is somebody gonna pull up the clip?
She's doing it on her own.
I'm
Alright,
pulling it up on my phone because I'm gonna listen to it.
I gave you food.
Are we ready to move to a new topic?
Yeah, I wanted to bring up Blissed Dreams topic.
Okay.
What if King Cold stayed alive during that when Future Trunks came
Yeah, I
came
wanted to
down?
say
What do you
that.
guys think?
I don't see him training. I mean, I don't
Shit,
see
after
him
watching
training.
Frieza die?
Yeah,
I think
Frieza
he's
dies from
I
Future
think he'll
Trunks.
treat it like a, yeah. And here's the thing. I think he's gonna treat Future Trunks like he treats Beerus. Second he saw what happened to him and his son, he's like, hey, let me not come here. I ain't trying to die again. I think that's what we're gonna see. Right, if he's willing to back off from an area like like he does with Beerus and warn the son like he does, I can totally believe that he would be willing to do that with Earth.
Was
What?
Frieza stronger than Goku at that point? Or Goku, I'm sorry, King Cold?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't even think we have confirmation on. We know that King
Look, 'cause
Cold
what
was
was the whole
stronger than
reason-
Frieza when like during the Namek saga. King Cold was stronger than Frieza. We know that.
Was he? Because what was the
Well,
whole point that he
hold on.
handed it
In
over
Dragon
to
Ball
Frieza in the
Z,
first place?
In Dragon Ball Z, he was, and then even like in the beginning of Super, like Sorbet had alluded to that. He was like, we could bring back King Cold, and then we'd be really unstoppable. Was his exact words in the show. But
Well, really unstoppable
That-
could be just an extra powerhouse around. I don't know if he was
I'm not
saying that
sure.
Cold was particularly
I'm not
stronger.
Yeah, no, I agree because that's a big like argument or a misunderstanding that I haven't really looked into. But also, I do believe that was retconned. I think in the Super movie, the Broly movie, where we got to see a lot of the Saiyans getting. I believe that King Cold said that Frieza actually maybe just had potential.
Crap, you were cutting out. I think you said Frieza has potential.
Noises.
And then when he showed up on Planet Vegeta, King Cold and Frieza, I do believe King Cold said that Frieza was either stronger than him now or had more potential than him.
That's an interesting take. I did not know about that one.
I could be wrong though. You know, he might have just
I
said,
firmly
I'm just giving it over to Frieza." He might have never said anything about Frieza's power level.
If
No,
I
I'm
remember
with you on that, too.
correctly- If I remember correctly, when Trunks cut Frieza up and blasted him, King Cold was in a strong state of shock. His son got erased. I would say, if anything, he was in fear. When he realized he thought the sword had the power, and when he realized the sword didn't have the power, he was
Oh,
in
yeah.
total fear.
Dude,
Okay.
yes.
So I'm a firm believer that Frieza was greater than him because he already knew, he was already afraid. He's trying to have a poker face. We literally see once the sword is the sword's not going to do it. He's done for it. So again, I don't see him trying to train. Frieza's ego allowed him to train. Frieza's ego thought to study someone like Goku, but King Cold doesn't even have that trauma.
Well, that's why I disagree with you.
King Cold does not have that trauma. He doesn't have
that's
the trauma
why
to go train.
I completely disagree.
I don't see him doing it there.
First of all, watching his son get killed is the trauma. That is a moment for King Cold to realize I'm no longer the strongest thing in this universe, right? And the difference between King Cold, here's why I say King Cold would be the one to train and Frieza would not. Because the difference between King Cold's character, what we see in the most recent canon, which is the Broly movie, where we see King Cold, his character, his demeanor, his vibe, his energy, this is a guy who made his empire. Frieza grew up just being a narcissist. He truly believes that he is. When someone starts beating up Frieza, Frieza starts saying shit like, how dare you embarrass the mighty Lord Frieza? That's not someone who built their empire. That's not someone who said, I want to be the strongest. That's someone who said, that's someone who actually believes that they have the birthright of being the strongest. Just like most of Dragon Ball Z Vegeta. There's a lot of parallels between Frieza and Vegeta. So, yeah, I think seeing Frieza get killed, King Cold being that kind of guy would have fucking, if he could have retreated, I think he would have went and found Cooler and they would have trained together and they'd both come back with new forms. King Cold would have been like, look, we ain't the strongest no more. I know how strong we gotta get and we gotta train now, me and you. We gotta go kill these guys that get killed Frieza. There's two of them. Goku and Trunks. According to like King Cold, Goku's not like back. He just knows there's a new Super Saiyan named Trunks. There's two of them. He's going to get he's going to get Cooler. They're both training, and they're coming back with new forms. That's the way I see it.
He was scared enough of Beerus to not try him. This would be, in my eyes, the fear that we saw in King Cold versus Future Trunks. I could easily see him saying, I don't want to mess with this area. Because truth be told, I think we've said this before, there's not many things coming to Earth to really cause problems. If Goku never leaves Earth, I just don't see that happening. And so he could see himself, I could see King Cold saying, I don't want to cause any ruckus because I don't see these guys outside of here. He's someone who's more of a learned man. He's been outside, he's been on different planets and different forms of space. He has to have seen something to let him know, hey, avoid certain locations because I don't want to die, but if I just stay in my area and take over planets over here, I will never have to deal with anything.
Well, I could see that route happening, Ninja, if it was, you know, someone beating King Cold the way Goku wanted to beat Frieza, where he could beat him and let him live. And then King Cold would go on and just stay the fuck away from that guy, right? But you know, once again, like we see, Frieza doesn't have that ability to want to grow, personality, you know, and then King Cold, we do see it. So watching his healed, you know, there's a big difference between Beerus and Super Saiyan 1, okay? I'm pretty sure King Cold, with all his knowledge of the universe, can wrap his head around achieving that vengeance, like that particular. I mean, Frieza was his golden child. He gave his empire to Frieza. He's gonna want vengeance. Vengeance runs in their blood. Cooler came back for vengeance twice. Frieza came back for vengeance, right? Like,
technically also twice.
yeah. For real. If you
So-
count Super.
Do you guys
But
think?
Cooler and Frieza are on the same.
Let's say they're equal.
Cooler and Frieza, to me, would go with that idea of the narcissism you're talking about. Not Cooler, but King Cold, though, if you're going with what you're saying, is going to think a lot more about, like, do I need to deal with this? There are certain things you don't have to go deal with. He's probably going to look at it logistically. Is this worth burning resources into? I know for
Yeah.
a fact I don't have to deal with this normally.
He'll burn resources for a vengeance
It's not-
quest. They don't
I
give
don't
a fuck
think he's
about their
after revenge.
slaves.
I don't think they're worth. I don't think King Cole's gonna be after revenge in the same way as Frieza and Cooler, because you could argue that it is an attack on his ego, on his legacy, but I feel like when it comes down to it, King Cole knows how powerful he is, and so he's like, okay, as long as I avoid this, I can rule the rest of the galaxy. He's probably got all types of scouts watching the area at all times anyway. It would be hard for me to believe someone who's like, you wouldn't go into a bad part of the neighborhood if you knew this bad part of the neighborhood's here. Like, why would you do that? So I could totally see King
Well, no.
Cole.
No, we
done
wouldn't.
seen this get destroyed.
Well,
He's-
you
he's
wouldn't
an
go into a bad
entrepreneur.
neighborhood. Why would you do that? None of us would. But if one of our sons was hanging out with his friends and they all went in that neighborhood and somebody from that neighborhood killed my son, I promise you I'm going in that fucking neighborhood, Ninja.
You're thinking like cold sauce. You're not.
I'm gonna
thinking like
make
an emperor.
sure I can get out alive. But I'm definitely going into that neighborhood.
Or thinking like cold sauce. You're not thinking like an emperor who had to build his empire from the ground up.
Yeah, but think about it. Okay, think
Who's-
about all
who's
the
had to
think of,
deal with things like Beerus.
he
and Boo.
already retired, Ninja. He gave
He's-
his shit off to Frieza like the moment he could. But then he was still, the only reason he was still around was because of how much he loved Frieza. What's the point of King Cold living life if he ain't got Frieza? He has to go on this vengeance quest. That's his baby boy. That's his
got
princess. That's daddy's little girl.
Cooler. He's got Cooler. He could always go get
Not
Cooler.
Frieza. Cooler's older and he still gave the empire to Frieza. That's daddy's little girl, Ninja.
If we're going off what you said, you think he's gonna go train. I think if we're going off of
Fuck
the
yeah, he's gonna
mindset
go
that
train.
Cooler has, I don't see it happening. I could see him
All
trying
right.
to burn some resources.
Okay, well then hear me
Powerful
out.
dude.
All right,
Once he
well then hear
realizes
me
it's
out.
not worth it, he's not doing it.
All right. Well then let me give you this angle. King Cold runs. He's like, he does what you want, okay? Now, Goku trained on Yard Rat and motherfuckers start talking about the Super Saiyan is back. The legendary Super Saiyan has returned. The legendary Super defeated Frieza. Blah blah blah. Then word from the Frieza Force members that survived when they went to Earth and saw Frieza get killed again by another Super Saiyan. Word starts getting out around the galaxy, and then the reputation of the Frieza Empire starts to go down. And this is the empire that King Cold now sits on the throne of again, because Frieza died fucking twice now.
Uh-huh.
So then the Frieza Empire.
You really died the first time.
Well, the Empire, well, but you get my point. The Empire loses its notoriety, it loses power, Ninja.
He fought a what is considered a mystical legendary tale, showed up in front of him, right? Something people know of the legend, but when it comes down to it,
Let me ask you, is King Cold smart or dumb, in your opinion?
I'd say he's smart.
All right,
I
so
think smart
don't you?
people
All right, so
know
hold
you
on.
don't go for
And
the-
he built this
Oh, okay.
empire. He built this empire himself from the ground
Uh-huh.
up. Before he ever had Cooler and Frieza, there was a part of Cooler at one point that wanted to be the fucking best. And now he's got reason to go fight him. He's got Cooler who can go with him, who they like. Let's go by the assumption Cooler and fucking King Cold do like feel like their bodies can hit that level, because Frieza trained and came back as Golden. So he's got his other son. There's 2 Super Saiyans out there. The Frieza, the Empire, we'll call it, is like rapidly losing fucking its respect, and they are losing control, and they are losing. People are revolting and shit. But if he can train with Cooler and beat these 2 Super Saiyans, if the world can know that the Empire of King Cold defeated these legendary tales, these mythical tales, right? That
are no longer
is
mythical.
eternal. Yeah, that is eternal power. He's got that throne. For the only person coming close to that is Lord Beerus, and he knows how to stay out of Lord Beerus's way. At that point, he cannot lose, and he would not mind death either, because he lost his little girl, his daddy's little girl.
There was
did I
one
change your
thing.
mind?
Well, there was one
I
thing
hear
a
your
friend of
points,
mine
no.
brought up. I don't know if you guys remember Crow, but Crow like told me like a while ago, like we didn't really see King Cold transform. He just died.
Right.
Like
Yeah, that might be his only
do
fault.
you guys think he has the power to transform into a higher stage? Because to me that looked like stage 2 Frieza. Like we didn't get to see Alien.
Yeah,
Stage
it
3.
did look
I
like
think
stage 2.
I feel like we're making. Here's the thing: if something doesn't have any feats whatsoever, we really cannot go off of anything. Right? It's not even like we're assuming things based off of Frieza, but we have nothing to go off of besides he might be just one of the strongest.
Well, no, we do. Because Toyotaro confirmed that it's all canon, which means not only is Cooler canon, but so is Lord Chill from that Bardock movie.
Okay, but what's that got to do with King Cold?
Well, did we see Lord Chill, who we know for a fact is a previous member of this race? We don't know it's of the same bloodline, but this race. We know that Lord Chill is from long before King Cold and them. And we never seen Lord Chill transform. So, and we also know King Cold gave up his empire to Frieza. So these transformations might be a new genetic, like an evolved thing, right?
It's only happening in Frieza and maybe Cooler?
And Cooler, Frieza and Cooler, yes, a new genetic evolution that started right there in that particular bloodline, and that's why they feel royal compared to everyone else. That might even be why we don't see any other Frieza races. They might have killed them all.
I mean, that's a very good point. Saying that, like, it might be just a Frieza thing only to go past stage 2, stage 3 stuff.
Well, we've seen Cooler transform.
Yeah, we've seen Cooler, but again, we have no. I think it was Ryu Hayabusa, Mexican Hayabusa. He literally says it multiple times. We have no feats, nothing to go off of, no facts to draw off of. The only thing we've got is potentially this guy is in second form, and he gets decimated by Future Trunks, and Future Trunks is toying with him in the same way that I would argue Goku toyed with Nappa, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we could easily go off the idea, at least off of that, he may not be that strong. Literally, what may have allowed Cooler and Frieza to believe that they are the greatest things of all time, the narcissist that Cold talked about, is the very fact that they had that power. King Cold could have been the type of emperor who gained power through connections, got a lot of people under him. He might have had some power to some degree. I mean, Mr. Satan has power to some degree as well. right? But he might have gained his empire through amassing guards and people and logistics, right? And so that kind of power is different. That social power is different from raw power internally. The Cooler and
Yeah,
Frieza
and
would-
there's evidence to support that claim, Ninja, as well. If you look at the structure of even just the Frieza Force, like you have the two bodyguards on each side, Zarbon and Dodoria, but you also have this weird special forces group that kind of moves in between throughout the Empire, right? They let the Captain Ginyu and the Ginyu Force. They do things with Frieza, King Cold, and with Cooler.
100%. Rockstrap, I feel like I've been over talking you. Me and Colts have been over talking you. Do you got anything to say?
Also,
Not particularly. I'm sorry
Cooler
I've been
do-
gone some of the. Sorry, go ahead.
Dude, you're good. You got kids, bro. You're alright.
yeah,
Yeah.
Cooler does say in the movie to Goku, he's like, you recognize this as our fourth, like you fought my brother in, but I've achieved a fifth form. And then he brings out like that seashell looking face mask.
It's called Area 51 said he was on your side until you started bringing up Cooler. I don't know. I'm seeing a bunch of like conflicting stuff online. Like some sources are saying everything is canon, movies included, and then some are saying like, yo, this was never stated by Toyotaro. So I don't really know what to believe at this point, if like, everything is canon or not canon.
It's all AI.
Well, we know that it was stated by Toyotaro because we covered it here on this podcast and we looked it up and the source was valid. So
no, but what do you think?
Was it from Shueisha?
yeah, it was like one of those kind of interviews.
I know it was an official blog post or something. I remember we pulled
It
it
was
up
like
on
from a
Stream.
company. It was like one of the like interviews specifically with that guy. It wasn't just him tweeting it or whatever.
Okay.
It
No, but
was
what
with
do you think
Toyotaro.
about King Cold surviving? Like the idea? Hate the idea?
I don't really like the idea. I hated the whole thing about it. Like, I did not see a point to him coming back.
Yeah. Seems too weak to really do any story impactful things.
Frieza or Cold?
King Cold.
Yeah, cool. Not
Well,
Frieza. I mean,
yeah, Frieza returning was just to give us an inference on how strong Trunks was at the time.
exactly.
Matter of fact, we know the Frieza Force was in somewhat of a disarray the second Frieza died too, which means that King Cold had to be the social backbone of all of it, keeping everything together. And so with both of them gone altogether, and Cooler was on canon, non-canon, it left them in disarray with maybe a couple of council members at the top. I think his name's Sorbet, basically at the top of the thing, trying to keep everything together. So King Cold probably wasn't strong, or at least he wasn't strong in comparison to someone like Future Trunks or Goku. I truly see him as the social emperor, not the power emperor.
Yeah, I think it aggravated the entire Dragon Ball fandom whenever, cause not only the immense fucking power that the power gap that Frieza closed when he came back with fucking 4 months canonically, but also the other Frieza Force members. You had guys that were keeping up with motherfucking Piccolo and all these other guys that anyone who was at that fight, if they'd have been on Namek, they would have soloed the whole fucking arc. Even Master Roshi would have fucking annihilated Frieza. Like at that point in the story, you know what I mean? So like seeing some of these Frieza Force guys that stayed behind, like the red dude with the bull horns, and I mean, we actually had an explanation for Tagama's growth, thank God. But the power gap, it should have been. Bulma was the only one speaking facts in the movie when she was talking mad shit. She was like, "We're way stronger than you. I'm a kid who ain't even hit puberty that could beat you up." Like, that's how it should have been. Fuck.
All right. Well, I think we're kind of running out of time here, so I kind of wanted to get on to segment 3, your topic, Hunter. Before we run out of time. So, 1 second while I play the video. Alright, welcome back everyone. So now is the panel's topics. Go ahead, Secret Cola Sauce, lay it on us. What is your topic?
All right, everybody. This is something that I personally have been saying for a very long time, and I have brought it up on the podcast before, but tonight we're going to make it the main topic of this debate. Should Dragon Ball split into 2 separate shows? And if so, which 2 storylines, right? Like who should be the main characters of this show and who should be the main characters of the show? And then how should the show sort of play out? What direction should it go into? We'll start with Squall.
Well, I think we are kind of seeing it split into 2 different lines. We got Daima, I believe season 2 is coming out, if I'm not mistaken. And
Season 2?
yeah, I think season 2 might be confirmed. I'm not 100% on that. So there's
Would you
that.
like to split it in a different spot as well as part of the topic?
Split it at a different spot.
Yeah, like you can choose where to split the show is what I'm saying. Like you're talking about, it seems like it's progressing that way. What I'm saying is, like, would you like to have split?
So basically,
And
I
if
can't
so-
pick real examples. I have to find my own split.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can. I'm just saying, like, I wanted to be clear that that was an option.
Okay. I mean, if I had to pick my own split, besides seeing it split from between Diamond and Super, I would probably go for the easiest option for me, would be to bring it back to the whole Gohan thingy. Him staying the main character, split off at the Cell Saga, and we go through more of his character development there and become more of a fighter his own way rather than the main Buu saga of what we saw of him going through high school and then Goku just coming back and taking over. But then there would be the canon one, and then it would be the Teen Gohan story of him being taking up the torch. I think that would be a good one. Have Piccolo more in the spotlight again. Gohan more in the spotlight. Probably him doing some training with some of the other characters. Roshi, Tien, even Yamcha might have some wisdoms training that he can share with Goku, or not Goku, Gohan. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see.
All right. Brockstrap, Nova, Ninja.
So are
I
we
guess I
talking
can go
about
there.
creating? Okay, go ahead.
So how I would split it, I actually would want to take it, because I'd rather continue past superhero than go back. So I would rather take the route of if anyone's at all caught up in the super manga to some degree, we're seeing not future Trunks, but current Trunks and current Goten, and let's say teenage years. They look like they're in their teenage years now. Well, we're seeing them, you know, be superheroes, looking like they're going to be on the forefront. I'd actually like to see them be more main characters on their side of story. Maybe add Bulma back into the story a lot more. Maybe we can look at what's his name? What's Dr. Jiro's cousin, nephew, whatever his name is, that bit made one. Hedo. I'd like to see Hedo in them because like Hedo's working for Bulma now. So I would like to see Hedo a lot more, maybe Gamma 1 and 2, or if there's a 3 or whatever, you know, he decides to make a new one, right? It being focused on Trunks and Goten allows for them to go see Bulma. They're going to go see Bulma all the time. She's like a second mom. And in doing so, we'll get to see like more of when you're not around Goku, Vegeta, what's actually going on. Because I guarantee you Piccolo and them are going to show up over there as well. So part of the story, one series is going to be focused on Goten and Trunks and their story with Bulma and Rokas. And then we're going to have, I want Piccolo, Gohan, Vegeta, and Goku. I want them to focus that on building power, extending to the highest heights of what a god is supposed to be for each one of them. I feel like right now, and Broly, I feel like right now, a lot of people want to see how strong they can really get. And so one series is for Goten and Trunks, and the rest of the Z Fighters, this could be your slice of life / action-y combat type of show. And then you have... Oh, I thought that was her for a second. Anyway, and then we'll have the high octane muscles and blast and whatever Dragon Ball Super Goku, Vegeta, Broly, Gohan, and Piccolo anime that we're all waiting to see. They might actually finally beat Beerus if they jumped him as he moves the goalpost.
All right. Well, look. Before we move on from Ninja, I wanna sprinkle this little realization that I had while you saying your piece. With that guy, Dr. Jiro's nephew or whatever, working for Capsule Corp, the ability to make androids, especially on that level, but even just on the level of 17 and 18, I don't know if I cut out just now.
You did.
Yeah. The amount of leverage that could bring Capsule Corp to something like the Galactic Patrol, and the way that they could use that to make deals with the Galactic Patrol to gain things like for Earth, that would be so fun to watch, explore throughout the show, in my opinion. Like, there's so much potential for world building with that.
Yeah.
Does anyone 100%. Else want to go?
I'm going to nominate someone, and I am nominating Brittany.
Oh God.
Yeah. On the spot.
What?
She's gonna say, I want a show of just Bulma.
I am going to hurt you. Shut up. What?
What you got, Nova? What you got? Lay it on us. Where are you gonna split it?
Yeah. Oh God.
Or do you want to see it split like Squall was saying earlier, where it seems like it's going that?
You can get your slice of life anime.
That's what she's trying to figure out right now. What's the best slice of life? I bet
really
she's Krillin and 18.
Krillin and 18's life is just, you're on an island, your wife wants you to win money, and you're raising a child.
That's Master Roshi. They don't live on an island.
Weren't they not staying with him at one point?
No, what the fuck?
Y'all really do not remember that they were staying at his place for a while.
Jamie,
like
look
in the early days.
Wait, it was who's staying at whose place?
Krillin and 18, right when they had Marin, we're staying
Yeah.
at Roshi's place.
Yeah, I remember that. I
Why?
remember something like that.
I'm not crazy on that.
Did they not
I'm
have
gonna
their
have
own
to-
fucking house?
No, they were still with Roshi the whole time.
Oh wait, like Krillin never moved out.
No,
They moved out eventually, I think.
That is so funny.
yeah, right. Probably after
That's
Marin-
the best slice of life Dragon Ball anime ever, dude. The Kame House. That could be the title of the. Oh my god, dude! Krillin,
I think I just broke Connor.
18, Master Roshi, the Turtle Oolong. Oh my god, we're going way back to Dragon Ball, y'all.
There you go. We'll go with that. God damn. Okay.
There's gonna be a bunch of tales and episodes of Roshi trying to hit on Android 18.
Oh, fuck.
Oh god, he had a
I'm
thought.
gonna put this in the chat. No, I'm gonna put this in the chat. We have to bring this up after we're done with this topic.
Okay.
I think we have time.
It's
When we
just
have
it's
time.
just news. It's just news. It's just Dragon Ball news. We just
Okay.
have to bring it up.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm just gonna agree with Squall's way, but still, the thought of Krillin and 18 still on the island with Roshi, it would be my own personal rom comedy of slice of life. Thank you. I was waiting for that.
Heck.
All right, Brock's to wrap up.
Anyway,
Hey, on it.
if I were to
That's
make,
good.
so are you saying split? Like, are we just making a whole new series, or like what in particular?
Yeah.
Follow two
So
different sources at any point in time, or your own point in time.
Because what I would like to see, honestly, would be. I grew up watching Dragon Ball, seeing all the different fighters come with all their different backgrounds and unique kind of fighting styles, right? You would have Nam, you would have Bacterium, you would have Giran. You would even have Roshi in there or Tien. Everybody brought something kind of new.
Yeah.
And it was all mostly within reason comparing to like who the people or the monsters were. So I honestly wouldn't mind getting back to that, but since obviously Goku and all those guys are like way out of just that particular thing, I wouldn't mind seeing like going back to OG martial art tournaments and seeing maybe a little bit of backstory on Hercule and how he got to where he was. It'd be cool to see all the different fighters come back, because he would have to have he's the strongest to some degree. He did get the championship belt while all the others were out and about fighting Cell and Boo and all of them. So like, it's not like he'd be a terrible fighter. I would just like to see all the other fighters also that he had to like work through to get to the championship belt. So it'd be cool just to see like a little spin-off of Hercule and his story.
So what's your other one?
Another
I
one?
fucking love that idea. Yeah, what's the
Another
other
one.
storyline of Dragon Ball Z?
Compared to what?
Well, you gotta split it into two stories. You said you want one of the stories to be Hercule's life story, and you want it to focus on the World Martial Tournament. What's the other story?
The thing that I like mostly about Dragon Ball 2 is just like getting into the characters a little bit. We mostly see that only really with the select few, right? The ones that everybody kind of complains about. So we kind of see a little bit what's going on with Tien and all that in Super. We kind of see we get kind of more of a deep dive into everybody outside of Yamcha. I know. And canonically within the manga, right, there is a little point to where he actually does team up, where a lot of them do team up with the Galactic Police to take down Moro. So I wouldn't mind if like we see a bit more of Yamcha like in an actual good light, to where okay, he's not like Goku and them powerful, but still powerful enough to help and enforce to some degree some of what's going on out in the Galactic. Kind of similar to what we were thinking Gohan earlier, only it not really be so far out there as like Gohan taking on a whole entire like intergalactic patrol force himself, where it was just Yamcha kind of like getting into separate scenarios within something that already exists. Yay.
Golf clap.
Okay. All right.
I'm
well,
gonna come.
I wish that I could like show the meme of that football player, or like they had us in, I ain't gonna lie, they had us in the first half. Like I was riding with you for the World Martial Arts Tournament, but
That's fine. That
other
prefer-
show. Yeah,
I prefer that one over my second.
Yeah, Yamcha one sounds pretty bad.
I didn't like it.
I like the
I tried.
Yamcha one.
I tried the
I like
first
the
two
Yamcha one.
episodes. I know Squall forced
Hey man, they're
himself
not all
to
going to be
watch it.
winners.
Yeah. Squall made us cover it on the Great Nimbus debates.
I'm just saying something that goes in line with what already exists, like canonically.
Yeah, Brockstrap just wants to ruin all of Dragon Ball Z. All this shit that y'all like, no, we're just gonna focus on Hercule and how y'all like that. the whole world collapsed.
Ain't nothing wrong with like
Countries
Yamcha.
would go to war. What you said, Squall?
Ain't nothing wrong with liking Yamcha.
No, not at all. Nope, not at all. That is so right.
When
That is
someone
so
likes
right, Squall.
Vegeta, though,
There's
for instance, it makes me feel like this.
nothing wrong with liking Squall.
That's how I feel when someone likes
Brockstrap,
Vegeta.
Play my favorite sound that I always ask you to play when I'm done saying this. Oh yeah? Well, when someone says they're a Vegeta fan, it makes me feel like this. Yo, what the fuck? Yo,
Damn,
why you trolling me, Boxtrap? I thought we were friends, man. You know what the I'm gonna come sound. There we go. There we go. Anyway,
Oh my lord.
y'all wanna? You got
Stop
me.
it.
You got me with that one. Yeah, you didn't get me with that one, but the first one got me. Nova's freaking out right now. She's like, "Who's knocking on my door?" Yeah.
Just a little bit. It's fine.
All right. Y'all want to hear where I would split it and what I would do?
Yeah, go for it.
No, how to end the podcast.
So, no, I completely agree with Squall. I think Team Gohan after Cell is exactly where it needs to be split. Yeah, so then it would focus on focus on like Gohan being the main character for one show, right? And it play out exactly like we said earlier, where like the first season he has an arc where he learns from each of the Z Warriors, and he grows with Piccolo, and then he eventually grows up. We get that time skip, and we start to make that vigilante like group with the Great Saiyaman and all, and then they join forces with the Galactic Patrol. Then the Galactic Patrol becomes famous universally because we can make these androids, and we have the
recruits
Galactic
Yamcha.
Patrol. Yeah, some of the Z fighters go join the Galactic Patrol. Universally, politically now is known throughout the entire universe for begging Capsule Corp, this fucking company from this little backwater planet no one's heard of, for this technology. They're on their knees for this stuff, right? So the whole world knows about Capsule Corp. Now, while all that is going on, what happens to Goku right? He died with Cell. Well, this is my story. So Vegeta did something to die too, because Goku and Vegeta died together.
What the fuck?
Goku and Vegeta go into the afterlife. They die together, and then the other show focuses on Goku and Vegeta. However, this is their story. When they die, right there at the Cell Saga, instead of going to the afterlife, both of these guys have already died once before. They go to the Majin realm, and we see the entire story of Daima play out with Goku and Vegeta together, right? Like having to collect those 3 Dragon Balls from fighting those dudes. We'll just scale up the Majin realm for power, but we'll see, like, we'll get to unlock Super Saiyan 3 and Super Saiyan 4 in the Majin realm. And then by the time we all finally come back, the reason we would all come back, well, no, I'm sorry, not the reason we would come back, but Goku and Vegeta would come back because Frieza would come back, right? So Golden Frieza and this really strong Frieza Force, we would have to upscale the Frieza Force because the Z Fighters and Gohan have all actually been fighting. And Goku and Vegeta would be coming back for this. So why do I have them coming back? Well, they already, like, they finished their little quest in the Majin realm and came back, and it just so happened to line up in the timeline with when Frieza comes back. It just took them a long ass time in the Majin realm. Now they're back in the realm of the living. They're known throughout the universe because of Capsule Corpse's ties with the Galactic Patrol, and this leads to gaining the attention of the gods, like Beerus, which gives us this organic feeling, this feeling that we earned the attention of the gods instead of just some fucking prophecy that Beerus saw in a dream and a fucking oracle said so. Like, no, we earned the attention of the gods. To me, that would be way cooler.
Okay.
You're using these weak sound bites.
Hey, they're working out pretty good. I've got enough chuckles out of you guys. All right,
How do we feel about that show?
I have one.
So I
bad.
guess in my show, yeah, the 2 shows kind of split out, but then they come back together. So you have like
I
a
don't
few
know.
seasons.
You being a writer.
You kind of had me in the first half, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm teasing.
Lava, how you feel about it?
And now he's in the shadow band.
Yeah, it's an idea.
It sounds like she don't like it. She's like, your shit sucks,
What is
bro.
it? Just shit on Hunter tonight? Is it National Fuck Hunter Day today? What the fuck?
Beautiful. 100%.
Ninja, how you feel? Did you fucking hate it too?
Let's crash. You got straight Garbino.
Are you real?
I have no regrets for making you run around with a machete earlier today. I mean a hatchet.
Here's how I feel.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Yeah, bro.
Tough crowd.
Spit on that thing.
I'm glad that you are more creative than I am.
Hopo in this thing, Dragon Balls hang, summon Shenron, he gon' grab my man, yeah.
I thought it was a pretty good idea. It's definitely creative.
Popo, Goku, and Piccolo.
As long as you add
Next
Yamcha
time
into
on
joining
Great
Gohan in the
Nimbus.
Galactic Patrol, I think it's a great
Oh my
idea.
god.
Alright, so we all agree
Yep.
that I had the best storyline and y'all were just saying it was trash because y'all are jealous.
That was trash.
Yes.
Okay.
I hear that y'all are jealous. I can taste the jealousy.
Nah. I still like.
And
mine
how does
better.
it taste?
Making my dick
Hercule
hard.
idea.
I am gonna break my fucking TV. I swear to God.
I'm not surprised at this point.
I'm
You just told me
raging. I am
anything.
raging in my fucking game right now.
Are you
Alrighty.
playing Borderlands?
No, I took a fucking break from that. No, I'm playing Alice Madness Returns.
Oh, my wife absolutely loves
Ooh,
and hates that game at the same time somehow.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why they hate it. Because half the damn time you are falling off a simple platform, and you're
Yeah.
trigger happy, and it just makes you fall everywhere.
And
I
that
have fallen
one's
down
still
7
green.
times,
So it's a
and I'm getting
platforming.
shot at.
Do you know what game I thought really needed platforming, and I'm glad they finally included it?
Legends
Assassin's Creed.
CA.
Pokemon Legends EA. That's an absolute joke, by the way.
Okay, good. So-
Anyways,
Alrighty. So guys, chat, viewers, on the next podcast, which is this next coming Sunday, we are going to be watching Hellsing Abridged. Oh, at least up to 5 episodes. And we'll see
Well,
from
it's
there.
only 8 episodes, so do y'all just want to
Yeah,
finish
but
it?
there's like
yes, we're
there's
gonna
like
binge
literally
watch.
like 5.
I mean, we finished
7.
it.
they're probably
There's 3 of us here that
all
finished it.
24 minutes.
I'm on
Yeah,
repeat.
they're not
I'm
all
still
played.
watching the whole series.
And I was like, I got a gist of what the show is though. So, yeah, we're gonna be watching Hellsing Abridged. It's called Sauce Anime. He's gonna lead us into it. We're just gonna see how that goes. Anyway, I am 7 Ninja 7. This is not Secret. This is Squall Rushington. Lead us out of this.
Yeah, guys. So next week is Hellsing Abridged. I think 7 Ninja want to do a side-by-side comparison with the real anime as well. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you guys. We're gonna do our outros now. So I am Squall Rush, gamer, podcaster, anime enjoyer. Be on the lookout for my new Pokemon TCG Pocket Deck videos. They are going to be some pretty good decks coming up soon, so be on the lookout for that. Hit the link tree, hit the buy me a coffee account, join the Discord if you want to join the podcast, or do some suggestions, some topic suggestions for the podcast. And then there's another Discord for the gaming side of things if you want to hit up some games sometime, or just talk about any type of gaming and see my schedule. That's the gaming Discord one. So yeah, there's that, and pretty much it. 7 Ninja, Hunter, Nova, then Brock. Go ahead and give your outros.
All right, I am the 7 Ninja 7. You can find me at Game Joe, MeWe, and Rumble. Should lead you right back to my Rumble channel at 7 Ninja 7. These days we are playing Helldivers and Darktide. We might add another game down the road. I just haven't figured out what I want to play yet. Regardless, come hang out, drop a follow, maybe subscribe, copy, or Rumble. It's up to you. I already finished that. It's already done. Yeah, you were there.
Once it gets multiplayer, Legends
yeah,
mode.
100%. I gotta get Sonic Cross Worlds at some point, so we're gonna get that. Probably race a little while, see how that goes, and regardless of all that, what is our outro question? Did we have one?
Oh, we do not.
Oh, fuck.
Shit. I already had a Dragon Ball question, to be honest.
What's your favorite old school Dragon Ball transformation?
Old school?
Before everything turned into Super Saiyans.
Definitely
Oh,
not
like you got-
because it's not
like
a
you got the-
transformation.
Well, yeah, Kaioken is a he transforms when he uses it.
Technique.
But also, you got Mighty Ozaru, you got Tien with the 4 arms, you got Piccolo going giant. What's your favorite transformation? Master Roshi hitting P90 X.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Master Roshi.
Master Roshi hitting P90 X.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty.
All right.
My favorite transformation has to be, I guess. I'm gonna go with Master Roshi getting big. I think it's
I'm
kind of
changing
cool that
my
they
answer.
actually have a stronger form.
I'm going with Kaioken.
Did Yamcha even have a transformation?
He got buff.
That's
bro.
Kaioken.
Wolf Fang Fist.
Oh,
He gets all.
Attack.
that's not a transformation. That's a technique, Brock.
He
That's an
gets
attack.
into his furry persona.
Oh shit.
Becomes one with the wolf.
I'm going with Kaioken. That's my old school transformation.
Out of here. Out of here.
Good. I don't have to pick it. Thank God.
Greatest technique of all time.
All right, so it's time for my outro now. Guys, I'm Secret Cold Sauce. You can find me on Twitch. You can find me here on the Great Nimbus Debates. You can find me on the Nerding Out podcast. And now that I have a Streamlabs account pretty soon. Ooh,
Bot noises.
I'm gonna be on Rumble, everybody, and for the outro question, I am definitely going with the Mighty Ozaru. That was such a genius transformation on Toriyama's part. That was, I mean, you got to remember that what let the Saiyans become like such. Like so feared, even among the Frieza Force. Vegeta was feared. We saw it in the Namek saga. Even with people with the same power level as him and above, they still showed him a certain level of respect because they knew if that Ozaru form comes out, they might actually be in like take some fucking hard hits. They might be in trouble. And if a few Saiyans were to do that, like think about Ozaru when you think about why they wanted the Saiyans gone. Why Beerus ordered that destruction. Think about a million Ozarus all over a galaxy. You know? I'm going with Ozaru.
Brittany.
Nova?
Right? Again, I am Nova Kinks, and if you ever want to follow me, I'm at my TikTok at Shadow Nyx Cosplay, or sometimes I'll be on the Great Nimbus Debates. Just be on the lookout. And I'm going to have to agree, I did like the Mighty Ozaru's transformations.
Alrighty, Brock Strap.
Brock
Strap
Strapu.
55 on Rumble. I'm also sometimes on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, but you're really missing out if you're not over here. So, anybody that's watching anywhere else, Rumble is the place to be. And favorite transformation. How far are we talking now? Like just OG?
Whichever
Like
one you
Saint Saga,
want,
or like-
dude. Whichever. You can go down in the Dragon Ball. You could pull out Mercenary Towel, transform it into a cyborg if you want. It's all up to you.
Giant Piccolo was something kind of to behold. It was not something that we really got from any other character up to that point. Not anything. It was kind of more unique than maybe the forearm thing, or maybe Master Roshi getting a little bulky. But yeah, I don't know. It was just something about it. Like Goku was already having a hard time with Piccolo, and then all of a sudden Piccolo got big, and you're like, oh, it's crazy. But yeah, no, I enjoyed the giant thing.
Come on, don't lie. You know your favorite transformation's Kaioken too.
It is Kaioken. He loves Kaioken.
Yeah.
I would love the Kaioken if it were a transformation.
Well, then you love the Kaioken because it's a transformation.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, dude. Did you notice how he transforms when he uses? Yeah, that's
I
what
noticed
makes a
it's,
transformation a transformation.
I
It's
noticed
part of
it's
the
something that
definition.
literally anybody
actually in
else
the name.
can learn. I know that it's something else literally anyone else can learn. So I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
if
a
everybody-
transformation that you can learn. How cool is that?
Everybody can transform.
Can learn that transformation. Yes.
Can learn
Yeah.
that technique.
It's been a good one. It's time for us to leave. Squirrel Rush, hit the outro. Drop us out of here. Let's go.
We're
and
transforming
race
into all
Alrighty.
mode.
Thank you guys for tuning in to the Great Nimbus Debates podcast. We'll catch you guys next week for the Nerding Out podcast. And thank the viewers, thank the panel for being here. It's been a real one. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.